The end of day one. We've got a gorgeous sunset. Heading down to Lake Marina. We survived the climb from Hauser Creek up. It was a lot hotter than I wanted it to be. Like high 80s in the sun, steep climb, just the heat in the sun. I did not do well, but I made it. I didn't collapse, put the umbrella up. Little bird did great. She patiently waited for me. And now we're having the downhill, a little bit more in the shade, and I feel so much better. Oh, it's a little gravelly. Oopsie. The trail's eroded sometimes. Sometimes it's a little overgrown. And sometimes it's nice and open and just a little sandy. So, pretty cool. I got the view over there too. And Lake Marina will be about 15 miles for today. And it is about 3 o'clock? Yeah, 3 o'clock. So, pretty cool. Beautiful Pacific Crest Trail tread on the side of a mountain. Yellow grasses, so pretty. Nice walking. Temperatures currently are in the 70s is what my thermometer says. Feels pretty warm with the sun right there. In the morning, it was in the 30s, which was very pleasant because I like it cooler. And then the uphill isn't so hard because you're not overheating. More streams are flowing now, even though it's been a dry winter so far. All of the climbs have been pretty. Oh, I'll switch back to look at these rocks. Aren't they cool? Super cool. We've got some windmills in the distance over there. We love it when we get a breeze. It cools off our bodies a bit. And this is kind of the hillside. I'm hoping to get to... Where am I going to? Mount Laguna tonight, where there is a little tiny house with our name on it. It's called Bird's Perch. So it literally has a little bird's name on it. Pretty funny. So sounds like it'd be fun. We got about, 12 miles left. And it's still early, so it should be good. We're loving the view of the mountains in the distance. Let's see. Zoom in a bit more. And then right here, we have the view of some pine trees. Pretty neat. We're pretty high up now, like over 5,000 feet. So we're heading to Mount Laguna, which is about 6,000. The breeze is keeping us cool enough to do this climb, but the lower ones, the Lower switchbacks were a little rougher after, was it Long Creek Canyon where we had lunch? Which had wonderful water. So, but yeah, gorgeous views. So we're getting closer to Mount Laguna. We're in the pine trees, some pine needles, just for a little section right here. So nice. Nice little change of pace. Super sweet. Got a beautiful morning sunrise, a little bit of clouds, and it's just snowing a itty bitty bit. I don't know if you can see it, yeah? There you go. But we'll go lose elevation pretty quick. Pretty cool. 6,000 feet, Mount Laguna. We're on these open trails, open hillsides. It's so cool because you can see all the stormy clouds and the little patches where there's light, and it's just tiny little snow flurries. They're a little bit wetter than I want them to be at the moment, but it's not too bad. I don't have to put a rain jacket on. But you can see the clouds, and then there's a little bit of sun behind us. It just makes for really pretty views. See the snowflakes. We're heading downhill, so I hope it doesn't turn into rain. But anyway, we have rain gear. We'll be fine. Stormy morning view. So pretty. And then the higher peaks in the distance, it almost looks like snow, but it's just a thicker layer of clouds. How beautiful. Gorgeous. Great views, beautiful day. Definitely windy. As you can see. Very cool section of trail. And it's another beautiful day. It was a little cloudy this morning, and now we're back into the sunshine. We've got some cacti right here, and we're heading into Julian this late afternoon. So I've got about at least 10 miles to go. Just showing a little bit of the trail. The wind definitely made things a lot cooler this morning, and I kept my layers on for quite a while. I just took my little mittens off, because even though it looks super sunny, well, it is super sunny, but it looks warm. Let's see, it is currently 57, so there, yeah, that's pretty warm. Yesterday it was mostly in the 40s. So this is the warmest we've been for a while. And this is what the terrain looks like. We got some rocks. It's a little bit more overgrown right here. And about 2 miles from our next water source that hopefully is running. We'll check the water notes in the Far Out app, but you never know. Most of them are from like December, and they're not always running, or faucets are not always on anymore because, you know, it's January, so it could get below freezing. Look at the cool rock over there. Pretty neat. We are less than 10 miles from Scissors Crossing, from where we'll get a ride into Julian. And just the shoe. You can see the trail right here. You can see all the way on the side hill over there. And then that's the vast, open, I guess, lower desert area. Not sandy, but just yellow grasses. And that's where we'll head. And then after Julian, we'll go up to that range in the distance, the San Felipe Hills. But first we'll take like a half a day off tomorrow, rest up, get our food, and get some pie. It is day 5, and we are walking towards Scissor Crossing, which will allow us to go into Julian, which will be our first big town stop of the trip. And so it's been 5 days. First day we didn't do too many miles because we didn't have that much daylight, and since then we've done about 17 to 21, and just 21 was so that we could get into Mount Laguna to our little tiny house that we had reserved, which was super cute. And the temperatures have ranged from, let's say, the high 30s overnight and the high 80s during the climb out of Hauser Creek, which was probably the worst time to have the high temperatures because that's such an exposed climb and the sun is right in your face after lunch, which is when we did it. Perfect timing, not so much. Water sources have been pretty good. We haven't had to carry more than about 10 miles worth of water, and since it's not super hot, like we've mostly been able to just get away with 2.5 liters, which is good, not too heavy. Some faucets were off, but we got some trail magic where the one was off that we were hoping was on. And this day hiker came out, and we flagged him down. It's like, do you have any water? And he's like, yes. And we're like, oh my God, trail magic, yay. So that's been good. Haven't seen too many hikers. We've seen 2 backpackers. And then the day out of Mount Laguna, we saw about 8 day hikers. And then a bunch of bikers, which aren't really supposed to be on the trail, but oh well. At least we weren't in the middle of a pee break. But otherwise, we've seen 1, 2 people a day. And today we haven't seen any hikers at all. So it's been nice and quiet. And the scenery's been pretty cool. This is the first time we're seeing juniper right here. Like that, juniper bush. Because we've been up higher. We've even been up so high that we saw the pine trees, and we saw some cedars, see lots of manzanita, and this is probably the lowest we've been. See more cacti and agave and all that cool stuff. So trail has been pretty decent, sometimes a little overgrown, sometimes a little bit more rocky than we like, but it's pretty decent. Not too bad. Let's see. Oh, weather. We did have yesterday a lot of high wind, and unfortunately we didn't feel it was safe to set up our tent with the high wind gusts, and it's tough to anchor your tent really well in this environment right here. So we we did stay in a privy overnight just for safety's sake. And it was just too cold to sleep out without a tent.
And yeah, so we stayed safe. And tonight we're gonna go and get some showers and food. It'll be great. Anything to add, little bird?
Nope, having a great time.
It's pretty. So, yeah. That's it for now. Mile 77.